Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you another video. All right, so walking down the street right now. I'm gonna go to my little fruit vegetable place. I ain't been down there since the first day I got down here. Ran out of lettuce, not quite out of bananas, not quite out of apples, but I'll make sure I don't. Today has been not the most productive day for me. To be honest with you, I woke up feeling like I got hit by a truck physically, and I know why that was, because I did my squat regimen 2 days in a row with heavier weights, and I think it was the shoulders that ultimately wore me down. Pushing them shoulders like that, acting like I'm 21 years old. I ain't 39s. But had a good morning. I'd forgotten that I had set up 2 fantasy basketball drafts that were to take place today, back before I had realized what was coming. I did that like 3 weeks ago, so I was able to enjoy a little bit of that. Not too much productivity on the rideshare front. Uber, essentially, still waiting on them to do everything that they need to do. Lyft, as I told you guys yesterday, the lowest one they had was $285. That slowed me down because I don't want to have to ride around for $285 worth of rides before I get my profit. So I'm hoping that Uber has a better deal for me, and that way, if they do, I could find myself in a situation where I'm not sitting there looking around saying anything other than I've made some profit on the week. Because sometimes, especially early on, it's hard to find rides. You know, even though I have an idea of what I want to do and I've had some pointers, at the end of the day, you got to get used to the app. You got to get used to this and that. I want to leave myself on the first week as much leeway and room to not have to pay off the car, since you don't have those rhythms in place to know what works and what doesn't necessarily. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, if I have to pay off $280 and I'm having slow days to start this process, it'll throw me off. So that's my thing. I don't want to have them prorate $280 of money of rides. I'm sitting around riding, looking for people to pick me up, get in the car, what have you, taking little rides, big rides, whatever it is, just for me to walk away with like $70 of profit. I don't think that's the best investment for my family's money. So yeah, I'm waiting on Uber to get their situation together. But when I looked on Uber's account, I don't think they have any electrical vehicle processes. Another thing I'm mulling over in regards to the electrical vehicle process is the time it takes to charge the car and how that goes against you. When you have to sit there for 45 minutes to an hour to let a car charge, that's taken away from your time you're working. It takes away from the time you could be doing a ride or 2, 3 rides, sometimes if they're very small rides. Is that working to the equation? Does anybody even consider that? Because that's a real thing, when you have to let that thing charge. So as opposed to, you can pump some gas take like 5 minutes to pump. You know what I mean? At the most, you're gonna be there 5 minutes. And so it's like, that's a real thing. That has to be weighed against everything else when you're considering price and what's possible. So that's how I'm looking at it. I'm just trying to weigh my options, trying to make sure I'm doing the right thing, make sure that I'm sending the money that they gave me to invest in the right direction. And while I want it to be working by today, I want to make sure that I'm getting the right program as well. So that's really my thing, just make sure the program is correct for myself, and then from there move myself in a direction that allow for the most possible profit. Because if I can't make the money and I'm just riding around for fun, that's kind of what turned me off from the program when I was doing it 5 years ago. Couldn't make the money. Yeah, I was having good days, picking up people, doing all kinds of stuff like that. But if you ain't making the money, you just riding around. And what do I need to ride around for, just to be riding? Nah, that's nothing, man. If it's not making money, it ain't worth it. So that's my attitude on the situation. But all in all, it's been an uneventful morning, but it's been one that allowed me to reset my body, which was necessary. I'm really in a space where I feel a lot better than I actually was moving around. I wasn't feeling bad or depressed or anything like that. It's just that I honestly felt 50 years old today. And so sometimes I gave it a little, you just got to let your body do what it needs to do. Rest, sleep a little more than necessary so you can reset and get back to the grind. Because if you don't, especially if your body's not used to pushing like that, you will crash. You will crash. And so that's kind of how I felt this morning. Like my body was feeling all of everything that had just went on over the last 3 weeks. And the stress and all of that stuff just felt like it hit me like a ton of bricks. So what I didn't want to do is let the whole day be like that. Because for me, when I let the whole day be like that, that's more like the Linux Brandon that I don't really want to be no more. I can let half a day be like that, but a full day, absolutely not. So my thinking was, let me get out the house, see what the Lord has for me, walking around this property, deal with I always call it property, around the neighborhood, get my fruit, get the stuff that I need to reset my body properly, so I can continue eating properly and not eating all this bad food. That's another reason why I think I probably crashed, because I mean that Mexican food, that falafel bread, and all kinds of other stuff that my body ain't used to eating. This rice, corn, and then you start getting on this side of town, you can't get no healthy food. It's like, all right, my body's feeling that too. So that made the workouts more necessary, and so all of that stuff. So I'm just trying to move around and have a better second half of the day. So it's about 2:30, and like I said, I prayed about everything I did. That's the thing about it. I was like, Lord, I don't want this to be not a productive day when I need to be earning. I don't want this to be a not productive day. And essentially the energy that came to me is, you need rest, man. You need rest. Not only have you been through a lot, you put yourself through a lot physically with everything that you've had going on, but you had a lot going on mentally, and you ain't really rested on any of it. You've been too busy moving, stress, not stress. It's just been like, all right, man, today was the day that my body said, I don't care what you want to do, you're crashing. So I just went with it, man. Like I said, if you believe in God, you don't have to be on top every day. You know what I mean? You don't have to go against what your body is telling you to meet the needs of the times. I don't have to do that. What I need to do is understand that this is a marathon and continue to push myself in the direction that allow me to get the most out of myself in that way. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So in understanding that, you just continue the process of listening to your body and praying to make sure that you're not engaging in laziness, engaging in a lack of desire to pick yourself up. And that's not what I've been feeling at all. It was all physical. My energy and my spirit, I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm very good. I woke up yesterday, and you guys know, I'll tell y'all, if I was feeling bad, 3 o'clock in the morning the night before last, I was feeling like the worst. But there ain't nothing like what I'm going through. My family has eased my mind by making sure that I have what I need for this week to not only pay for the room, but also invest in my money making process. So there's no real negativity upon my mind. I just want to make damn sure that I'm not engaging in the same energy that I did over there. And so that's why I'm out here now. Plus, like I said, I want to get something to eat. But I can tell you what I'm tired of, truthfully. I'm tired of some of the attitudes of these people over here. Every other person I look at is dealing with some demon that they can't overcome to be decent to others. Everybody. Like, it's just about every person I walked past that I actually looked at, they all had an ugly look for me or had some nasty type of response to me saying hello. I'm sick of that shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't feed off that. I tell you I don't feed off that. I'm a nice person or I'm a mean person. There's no in between. None. So if you give me hell, you best believe it's only gonna be so many more times that I'm gonna be able to be nice. Then I'm gonna start acting like your energy, and it's gonna probably end up being something that it shouldn't be. So that's my problem. I'm like my mother in that way. I'm not one who engages in bad energy at all. I'm not a mean person. If you give me good energy, even if I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna feed off your good energy and we're gonna have a better day together. That's how it goes. That's exactly how I move. But if you give me hell, I don't really know how to, I don't think I respond well to that, and I don't think I know how to turn that off. Then I start thinking just like the extremes of it all. It's like, okay, I gotta defend myself, I gotta kill you. Like, it goes completely extreme. So it's like, no, I don't like mean people. I don't like angry people. I don't like bitter people. All those energies, those demonic energies, they bring the worst out of me, man. But if you cool or you're nice, man, I'm gonna be nice as hell, bro. I don't know how to be mean to people who are nice to me. I don't know how to. And so that's just what it is. But like, I'm an extreme person at times, and when people start acting like that, I'm like, man, where's my, like, you know what I'm saying? Seriously, it gets to a point where I'm just too extreme for my own good. So I just ask the Lord to help fend off those demonic energies that are in me that make it so that I can't make other people feel better when they're not feeling good. Because that's really what it's about. I don't find myself to be a solution to your problems. When I see like comedians, they know how to turn people's energy upside down. You're like that, suddenly they are a certain solution to that, and they can make you feel better. I don't know how to do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make you feel all kinds of worse. If I stick around you and you acting like that, we're gonna probably end up fist fighting or worse. So that's really how I am. It's not good. It's just what I'm hoping the Lord help me overcome as I grow. But I'm telling y'all, that's exactly how I feel. Like, there was a lady who was coming down the steps, and she was carrying a big bag, and I was getting ready to go out the door, And I looked at her, she gave me the evil energy, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, let me make sure that she's not coming outside. And because if she's coming outside, I can hold the door open for her. Trying to be a good person. And she gave me hell when I asked her if she was coming outside. Nah. I'm like, man, I'll take that bag out of your hand, take all the contents out of it, and make you pick that shit up. That's how I was feeling. But see, that's not good, right? That's how I feel, though. Because demons beat out the worst in me. So I got to overcome that, man. And plus, with everything I got going on, I don't want to crash out on people over just bad energy. Like, completely crash out? Nah, man. But that's exactly how I be feeling when people act like that. Especially when I get it back to back to back to back. It becomes a situation where my mental health is on the line. It's like, all right, I don't know if I'm not worse than you. When it really comes down to it, you might just be having a bad day. I'm gonna want to crash. So that's a real demon for me. And I ask that you guys pray for not only myself, but everybody who has that problem, man. Because we can't be feeding off bad people's energy like that. Because the devil gonna keep sending people at me like that to crash out. That's how that goes. When you allow that energy to overcome you, he gonna send people at you. And so that's when I'm like, nah, man, help me, Lord. I don't want to be anything other than a solution to people's bad energy. That way they can't ruin mine, but I could turn theirs around. And I just don't know if I had that trait as of yet, or if I will ever develop that trait. But praise God for the process of being able to, somehow. So that's what's on my mind, man. I'm acting like I know where I'm going. I know I'm supposed to be walking down Kittricks, but I don't remember exactly how far. I really don't, but you know, it just feels good to be out. It's cool enough. It's not so hot, so the walk ain't bad. And I get to do this content outside, breathe some fresh air, and hopefully the Lord can make me feel a lot better about some of the energy I'm engaging in, man. Some of the energy that people are showing me when I'm trying to show them kindness, or when I'm trying to show them decency, or whatever it is that I would define it. You know, I don't want people to start turning me into them. Now I'm walking past people, not, you know what I'm saying, doing all this shit. Nah. I've been on this earth 39 years. There's no energy out there that can turn me into that without myself allowing it to happen. You know what I'm saying? I've already seen enough to know that there are dangers out here. I already know that people can turn on you. I already know that anything can happen any moment. People can hop out, rob you. I already know that stuff. So I don't walk around like this knowing that. I ain't gonna start just because everybody around me is acting like that. If y'all can't get over yourselves, start letting a God in, so you ain't gotta be on top of everything. You ain't gotta be mean to everybody. You ain't gotta react in energy that's gonna have you being reflected poorly upon yourself. I can't help you. You gotta help yourself in that way. And I gotta help myself by praying these people into better circumstances so that they can improve upon my surroundings. Because I'm telling you, I know people are poor. I know people are doing things they don't want to do. I know people want more out of their lives. I know people are confused about what brings them the right energy. But I'm telling you, all that bad, all that negativity, all that treating kind people wrong stuff, that don't bring you nothing but a bad reputation and ultimately energy that you can't control. I'll tell you right now, you don't know when a person who ain't well gonna take that energy and think you just somebody just crash out next to. You know what I mean? You don't know what people going through. So that's what I'm saying, man. We gotta be cool with each other to the best of our ability, especially if we struggling, especially if you ain't got no money. It's hard out here, but if you making it harder for people, believe you me, you ain't gonna be here long. That's just how that goes. You gotta put out the right energy, man. And so that's what I'm on. I'm not one of the people trying to make your life worse. Shit, we all got problems. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you're doing to make people's days better or worse, man. If you're gonna make people's day worse, they ain't gonna be, you know what I mean? It's no guarantee they ain't gonna take that into a different way. They may not just say, oh, okay, you just got an attitude. They might say, oh, this person enemy. This person a hop, this whatever. And then get all kinds of ugly. So that's why I'm just on the mindset, like, man, Lord, just fix my energy. Let them people feel whatever they feeling, but turn them demons that make me want to react to them into energy that can otherwise be productive for me, so I can get away from them and do the stuff that I need to do to get myself where I want to go, so that I can be an influence on positive energy and be around people who are not so unhappy that they don't even know how to put a decent word out there for somebody who's trying to do something nice for them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I know I'm not a person that belongs in hell. I'm not a devilish energy. You know what I mean? Because that energy, I don't feed off of it all. Some people do. And so, I don't know, man. I'm very thankful that the Lord allowed me to understand this. 2023 is a big jambalaya of confusion. And I think people are tired of being in struggle situations just like I am. But I'm telling you, what you put out, you will get back. If you put out hell, you put out bad energy and you make people feel worse, believe me, your day gonna get worse from there. And it's gonna be because of that, just like we said before. So that's what I want to say, man. Just ask the Lord to help me not crash out on some of these people, man. Because I am on the verge of giving up at times, you know what I mean? Throughout the process of this week, I felt like giving up a couple times. People give me that type of energy. It's like, yo, let's go together. Straight up. And that ain't right. Ain't no part of that right. That's not of God. That's not what he want me to do. That's not what this voice is about. But these hard times, these difficult times will do that to you. They'll turn you into a much worse person if you let them. So that's part of why I wanted to get out the house. But I just asked the Lord to keep my energy high, keep my morale high, turn my extremes into things that he can use, and help me live in my own skin as people react to my skin the way they do. Because that's really what it comes down to. A lot of people just don't trust black. They don't trust black. They don't like black. They believe the molded images of black, and then they think that everybody around them is like that. This is why I talk against that energy, that perversion of our image, because it really does make it so that people don't want to have the good first thought about who they see. You know what I mean? And it does make it harder for people like myself who want to be nice, who don't want to engage in energy that's going to deteriorate people's happiness. I don't want to be given that energy just because people who look like me have been molded a certain way, or because they engage in a certain energy when they're seen in other walks of life. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I want my representation of my energy to be exactly what it is that's responded to, not some molded, invested in image that ultimately makes it so that people don't give me the benefit of the doubt because of that image, because of that investment into that image. That is a perversion of reality. That's deliberate and confusing for those who are not smart enough to see through it. And God bless them. It's a lot of them. So that's where I'm at with it, man. I'm not that type of guy. I don't want that type of energy. I don't respect people who do that to others as it pertains to investing in the deterioration of people's image. I don't respect it. That's a perspective I do not understand, nor do I like. So that's what I'm here to say, man. Very thankful that I'm alive. Very thankful that I got a roof over my head for this evening. Very thankful I got this phone paid in the way that it does. I ain't got to do nothing stupid to try to make $1 a day or run myself into the ground to make $1 a day, because I have faith that the Lord will allow me to earn what I need to earn to take care of what I need to take care of, to build what I need to build. And that's what I'm on, man. You know, that's what I'm on. But I tell you, people will deteriorate that. They will, if you allow them to. They'll take what it is that makes them unhappy and apply it to you. So that's what we don't allow them to do. Anyway, I'm in front of my market right now. Of course, I'm gonna go buy what I gotta buy. Hopefully I run into better, nicer people. And praise God for that. And hopefully I find everything I need and get back home and do what I do, man. BDF 44. I thank you all for watching. Bye.